guys should have been number one by now. Seriously.
Now that I do know the answer to. He's been telling his fans to only vote once. He felt like any more wouldn't be fair. And but I gotta warn everybody because this week he's telling them to just he let them go. He said let them do as many as they want. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might have a new number one this week.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, for him to tell his fans to only vote once, I got to tell you, that's saying a lot because to come, I mean, the guy's been in the top 5 for what, the last 10 weeks?
Top 5 for 10 weeks.
And yep. I happen to know that we have many that vote over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's fine. We allow that. That's right. That's perfectly legal. But I am stunned that he is telling his fans to vote only once, and he's still hanging out in that top 5 every week for like the last 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying watch out because he let them loose. He told them to vote as much as they want, so we'll see.
Well, no offense, but enough about Coker because tonight's actually tonight's Cliff Wheeler night.
And, I know, I love Cliff.
We'll focus our attention on Coker here in the very near future. We'll get that worked on, but let's do this. I think it's time. So we'll let these guys listen to some Cliff Wheeler band, and we'll get our guest on the line. You ready to do all that?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm dependent on you because once we get him on the line, I mean, this is all a big ruse. I know I told you that. Oh, yeah, just come and co-host with me. But really, I'm going to make a Centrum Silver run, all right, because I'm out. And,
great.
So I figured once I got him on the line and put you guys on the air, I'm going to take off, get me some Centrum Silver, and it's all on you.
All right, well, no problem. Cliff and I have it handled. Take as long as you need.
All right, I got to be honest, it wasn't the answer I was expecting. I was kind of hoping you'd be freaked out a little bit, but all right then. All right, everybody. You don't go anywhere. We're going to get our feature of the night here on the line. Cliff Wheeler and Gary Orlando from the Cliff Wheeler Band. Here is the Cliff Wheeler Band with The Creeper.
Woke up feeling down this morning, more than I could bear. Baby left me low and moaning, she didn't care. Shot a jack in my coffee, a nice long smoke. One bun comes so easy, life ain't a joke when the creeper comes around. Yeah, the creeper
right, mafiosos. That was the Cliff Wheeler Band, The Creeper. And we are joined by Cliff Wheeler and Gary Orlando from the Cliff Wheeler Band. What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. Just hanging out.
Yeah, well, listen, let's be honest. Did you not just tell me we have a cooler of beer?
We absolutely have a cooler of beer.
All right. Well, then we're doing more than just hanging out. We're having a full-blown frat party around these parts. All right, so Cliff, man, thank you so much, first and foremost. Gary, also, thank you guys so much for agreeing to sit down with us tonight. And I think if I understood correctly, Garrett, who's another band member, is going to be joining us shortly. Now, who does that leave? Is there anybody else in the band you should give a shout out to? Or?
Yeah, Kevin Griffin, our drummer, and Robert Watson also plays guitar on the album. They're not here tonight. That's pretty much the lineup that's on the album.
So hold on here now. So we got you, Cliff, on lead guitar. We've got Robert Watson with guitar. Gary Orlando with guitar. Listen, are y'all in some type of guitar battle or something here? What's going on? Did I lose him?
I'm having trouble hearing you, Rick.
Is that any better?
It's in and out.
All right. I was afraid this was going to happen. Let me do this. That should be a little bit better, I'm hoping.
That is a little better, yeah.
All right. So I was saying...
Yeah, I can hear you now, too. I couldn't hear you before.
Okay. I was saying that you got Cliff on lead guitar. You've got Robert Watson on guitar. Gary Orlando on guitar. What the heck is going on here?
Well, to tell you how the album came about is I had this vision for quite a while over the years. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I had a vision of doing an album where I pulled in some of the people that I'd played with over the years to put this thing together, and I kept procrastinating, and then finally, really, my son Garrett kept pushing me, when you're going to do it, and so I started on it, and once I got the songs written and we tried to start putting the logistics together to pull people in to rehearse and prep to go into the studio to record and stuff, I what a challenge that was going to be with including, maybe up to a dozen different musicians. And so basically what I did was I scaled it back to not necessarily the best musicians, but the ones that I had the closest relationships with and have been playing with most recently. And so that's the thing, Gary plays on some of the songs on the album. Robert plays on some of the songs on the album. I obviously play on all of them. Kevin and Garrett do all the bass and drum tracks. So that's how we got that lineup.
All right, so you're taking turns. You're playing nice.
Still having a problem, Rick.
All right, so you guys are taking turns. You're playing nicely.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it all worked out. And so it's sort of easy to determine who's playing what on the album. The bluesy leads are predominantly me. The melt your face off rock and roll leads are Gary, and Robert does all the nice, pretty bluesy stuff, and a lot of the. Then Robert and I both do some of the acoustic stuff that's on the album, which you haven't played any. I haven't sent you any of that stuff yet.
Oh, you're holding out on me.
Well, we got a few more. Gary's pushing me to send you another rocker that actually includes not many of the songs include all three guitar players, but there's one that Robert plays a little slide on, and I do some rhythm and lead, and Gary does some rhythm and lead, and so we'll probably be getting you that one here in the near future.
Awesome! Cannot wait to get it. Cannot wait to play it. You guys are gonna have to excuse me. I know we've had a little bit of audio issues here for the last few minutes, and I'm kind of trying to work on that at the same time. Now, you guys, Cliff, you guys have quite a history in music. I mean, we're talking quite a few decades here.
We do. Gary and I started playing together in the '80s, and we had Gary and I had a really long run, and then decided to sort of go our separate ways for a while, and so this album was a good excuse for us to come back together and make some music again, which has been really awesome. Robert and I have been playing music together for, gosh, I guess about a decade now myself. So as you can see, I don't just easily change musicians. I sort of, go with the date that brung you. And but we've been doing this a while, and it's been really cool for Garrett to get involved. He's grown up his whole life, really this entire life listening to me. I did take a break from performing for quite a while after his toddler years, but I was still playing. I just wasn't out performing.
And now, one of the band members, Garrett, that happens to be your son.
That's right.
Yeah. And when was it he got involved? What age?
Well, it took him a while to figure out what instrument he wanted to play. His mother and I both have been very supportive of. We both love music and what it brings to your life, and so we were supportive. And he went through pretty much every instrument you can think of. I think he started on a little mini drum set. That didn't stick. And then he went to guitar. So I bought him a little, I think it's like a 3/5 scale Stratocaster. That didn't stick. Then he he tried keyboards for a while, and he actually got where he could play the keyboard some. But then it was like when he picked up a bass guitar, it just sort of clicked for him. And so really, he started performing in bands when he was 15. The first show he did with me, he may have still been 15.